Welcome everyone to another episode of the Sparkling Conservative. Today, I kind of wanted to go through something interesting. I saw this meme or graphic on a friend of mine's Instagram, and it got me really thinking on definitions and the meaning of words. So, everything going on right now with cross-dressing, transgender, drag shows really got me interested to see through history if this was a concern and we just ignored it, or if it's truly a sexualized matter that's just coming to light. So please like and subscribe for more content, and here we go. So this was the image, and it blatantly says you've been entertained by drag your entire life. Don't pretend it's a problem now. Showing various old, admittedly millennial here, I don't know half of these references. So very old ones. And I get it. It's, to me, people cross-dressing. And that's where my mind went, was what is the difference between cross-dressing and drag? So to start with, go to the dictionary. That's the simplest place to me where to look for this. So, cross-dressing. Noun, the wearing of clothes designed for the opposite sex. Okay, that's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you wear a dress and you're a guy, you're cross-dressing. There is no other implication there except you are cross-dressing. Drag, when you get through all the different meanings of this word, the one we care about is number 7 here. Entertainment in which performers caricature or challenge gender stereotypes by dressing and clothing that is stereotypical of another gender, by using exaggerated gendered mannerisms, or by combining elements of stereotypical male or female dress. This kinda maybe sounds a little unacceptable by today's standards. I mean, we have the whole blackface debate going on all over the country. We know that multiple world leaders have been caught in blackface. So why is this type of exaggerated mannerism okay, but that's not? Different video. So then we go back here. Looking at these, I don't know if this is drag. I don't know if this is just cross-dressing. So, again, millennial, didn't know a lot of these references, but I did know Bugs Bunny, and I did know Mrs. Doubtfire. So we're going to take a look at those, and then we're going to look at more modern examples of what is truly drag, one targeted at children, because I'm going to compare a cartoon to a cartoon, and then something adult to something adult. So, Bugs Bunny. These are all from 1940s. So, was this that offensive back then? And were parents just ignoring it? I'd like to think not. But let's watch for a minute or two and see what we think.
Would it be wrong to kiss, saying I feel like this? Hello, big boy.
Oh, hello yourself.
Would it be wrong to try?
To be fair, this one had not watched this clip yet, by the way. The first time I'm seeing these, so you're getting some honest reactions here. This one could fall into drag. I mean, there's exaggeration with the voice and the opening of that plant. So this clip, okay, I'll give you drag. Let's just jump to another random spot here. Okay. Maybe we could call this one drag too. Again, to me, it's more just cross-dressing, imitating a woman slightly with a man around. I'm not seeing anything that's stereotyped to me of drag. Again, to me, drag would be something wildly inappropriate. I think of the drag shows I saw in Key West on Duval Street, where, I mean, on the streets, they dressed up a little more, but it was not uncommon to see a lot more skin than you would expect. So let's try one more just to see, because we're 2 for 3 right now. So let's give it a third and see what we've got. Well, that took an unexpected turn. I guess we could look at trans appliance as now a thing. So, okay. So, again here, Bugs Bunny, 1940s. I didn't see anything that was offensive. There was nothing overly sexual or provocative in any of that. So, now, let's just jump and compare that to a modern kids show. And this, I don't know when it aired. It looks like the video posted about a year ago. So I don't know when. Those that don't know, this is Blue's Clues, targeted at young kids. I want to say 3-ish is the max age. I don't have kids, so I'm making a guess there.
Hey, Blue, look at all these families!
Hi, families!
It's time for a pride parade.
Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Families marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. This family has 2 mommies, they love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Families marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah.
I mean, so one thing I noticed here, and I didn't notice it because I have admittedly seen this video when this came out. I've never noticed that there's Black Lives Matter, transgender flags and balloons. I mean, you've got a balloon over here with Black Lives Matter fist. You've got the gay pride fist. I'm just gonna move past this, but clearly a little bit different than anything we find here. I mean, again,
What's this?
this right here
Let's see.
is supposed to compare and be equated to this based on this premise. I just... It's a thing. I'm speechless because of that one. Now, let's go more adult. I want to look at Mrs. Doubtfire here. This one I'm not going to compare because I personally don't feel like editing and blurring out a true adult one, but I actually have something interesting to close and compare this to. So here's just a short clip of Mrs. Doubtfire. Again, drag. We're supposed to be accepting, and this is why adult content has always shown drag.
Hello. Mrs. Hillard, I presume?
Yes, I'm Miranda Hillard.
Euphigenia Doubtfire.
Oh, yes. Won't you please come in?
Thank you, dear. And these must be the cherubs.
Yes. This is Natalie. Oh,
So again, I'm not going to play a whole lot of this one because you can get the point. I mean, we're seeing absolutely no skin down here at the legs. There's nothing provocative or adult in this. I mean, even when you jump here and see the face, there's nothing adult. I have more skin showing in the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now than here. This is not what the right is talking about with the sexualization of children and trying to expose them to adult content. And again, the whole argument of kids have been exposed to drag their entire lives. My generation, supposedly, generations before me, had all of this. And they're saying that it's a problem now, but it wasn't then. There's a problem here and here. I mean, Bugs Bunny. Nothing inappropriate here. Mrs. Doubtfire. Nothing inappropriate here. I mean, Sally Fields is honestly showing more skin here than here. There's nothing wrong here. This, I mean, even the bears are dressed for the purposes of this inappropriately. I mean, at least the drag queen is wearing full clothes. I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. So, I don't see a problem. Us saying that drag should not be shown to kids is not a problem. And to back that up, I actually found a drag queen saying drag should not be shown to kids.
And she joins me now. So, Kitty, you don't perform in front of children, do you?
No, nor would I. And thanks for having me, Jesse. No, if I was performing for an audience and I saw a child, I would walk out.
So why do these drag queens keep foisting these performances on children?
Well, a lot of the performers, I can only speak for the performers. A lot of them are just like low-level wage workers. If you notice, some of them aren't the most beautiful, the most talented. They're typically from a local club or dive bar, and they're just doing it for the
Yeah, this, I mean, it just, actually watching this, I can completely understand this person right here dancing with the kid. Admittedly, never seen Mrs. Doubtfire, but I'm pretty sure here where we meet the kids, I mean, this is exactly the same thing. I mean, I think I was wrong. This right here is exactly the same thing as this. So maybe I was wrong. I'm not sure. But let's continue to see where this one goes.
The tips and the money that they're getting.
So they're doing it for the money. So I guess it's the parents who are booking these drag queens to perform in front of their young children.
Well, right. The drag queen is just, giving them what they want.
Why are the parents the ones interested in this? I think this one, the video they're showing may not be a good example of that since it's not a one-on-one thing, but it's a drag show. I mean, the kid should not be there. This also begs, we've seen the videos where the kids are tipping the drag queen with money, and I mean, it looks very strip clubbish and very wildly inappropriate. So, again, I'm going to jump back to this and just kind of do my final commentary. I mean, you've been entertained by drag your whole life. Don't pretend it's a problem now. I am not pretending that it's a problem now. Bugs Bunny. This is cross-dressing. You can even see my search. Bugs Bunny cross-dressing. Mrs. Doubtfire. Cross-dressing. Yes, there's some extra with both of them where they start to venture into the definition, the strict definition of drag. That's a strict definition, not this. I mean, this is not okay. And this performer wins the most respect of any I have seen. He, she, I don't know this person's preferred pronouns. I'm not a fan of using pronouns. This person standing up for kids in this world, I will use their preferred pronouns. I will not use the person who is just dancing with the kids' preferred pronouns. There is a huge difference here. This person is stand up. The person on this side is not stand up. And to me, that is the largest issue. And the major takeaway from all of this is that we have not been entertained by drag our entire lives. We have been entertained by cartoon caricatures or absolutely pure fictionalized, non-sexualized performances our entire lives. Calling it into a sexualized area of drag is not okay. And exposing children to this and claiming it's the same thing that my generation and generations before me was exposed to is not the same thing. And this is part of the problem we have with America. This, again, part of the problem. I am not transphobic by any means. I'm sure this video could be tagged as such, but this is a problem.